So our last train of the day, and one for the Romley compilation, is 156404 bound for Rosehill Marple from Manchester Piccadilly, and off it goes. And there we've got, heading from Sheffield, 195128 bound to Manchester Piccadilly. Thank you again as always for watching this video, and goodbye. So coming into Romley now, this will be linked in the description of the thing. We have 195 on the express service that's been running in place of EMR stuff. So with a nice big blood splat on it, 195 131, and that end's not got a blood splat on it. So coming up now is 185, well 2, I think, no it's 185 bound for Cleethorpes from Liverpool Lime Street. We will get the number in a moment. This is 185 132. All done. There we go. $150, 224. And 150, 144. That's the one we would have got. And here we have 156, 404 coming back from Rosehill off to Piccadilly. So here we have now, heading to Rosehill Marple, just after I've got my breath back. It was a pretty mad dash to get the 69 going through. I didn't even know it was the 69, but there, I've got it as well. So here we have now 156 404. This was on Rosehills yesterday. After our trip to York, we went up on it in the morning to Manchester and back down again. So here it comes. We got a wave, I think, off the driver. Thank you, driver. Just as the Rosehill has left us, we have now got a single, no, a double. 185 bound for Cleethorpes. Bound for Liverpool, sorry, not Cleethorpes, from Cleethorpes. Down now, we've got one of the Northern Express services to Sheffield. This is probably the last week these will run, because from Saturday, which is the 23rd, Stockport reopens, so EMR services will be back to normal over there. So this is probably one of the last ones we'll get, and it is 195 102. coming up now, we have a 2 Sand 88, which is Manchester to Sheffield stopping service. I've actually read the head code and thought it'd be a good idea to say it in like radio talk. So yeah, this is a 2 Sand 88 bound for Sheffield, or rather a 2 Sheffield 88. And it is 195. I have read the number though, I forgot it, I think. 195 133 bound for Sheffield on the usual stopping service. Coming in now, we have a 2 Sand 87, which is the return working of the Sheffield to Manchester service. It's another 195, of course, and this is the usual stopping service versus the one train, which whatever the number is, which is the express. So it's 195 118. So coming over the viaduct next to Marple Aqueduct now is the return Rose Hill with 156404. Yeah, this was on Rose Hills, as I said earlier on yesterday, and you will see in the finished compilation and the York video, as the York video will be out before this one. Yeah, the same 156. Yeah, just out getting a bit today. I don't know, as I say, if Paul's managed to obtain anything whilst I was away yesterday, but we will soon find out. And yeah, for the last week of closures, I hope it's as good as the other two. Thank you, driver. So coming up now, we've got, I think it's 143, 150 143 that is, from Rose Hill, not from Rose Hill, I'm looking up. So coming up now, we've got 150 143, I think it is, on the Rose Hill, on the Manchester to Rose Hill working. I only said Rose Hill to Manchester working. Yeah, that will be coming back, of course, as a Rose Hill to Manchester. Yeah, pretty good. So let's give it a wave and see if we get a toot. Thank you, driver. And it's 104, sorry, not 144. It was something. There we go. We have the return Northern Express service to Sheffield, of course, covering for EMR's absence up here. Yeah, this was slightly curtailed by the Rose Hill, but it seems to have picked up speed rather quickly. Again, after having to stop down at the junction at Marple Wharf. So here we have on the train, let's see if we get a toot. 195 109 bound for Manchester Piccadilly. Coming up now, they say trouble always comes in threes. In this case, it is a duo of threes, 123 and 143, and they're both 185s, of course, bound for Cleethorpes from Liverpool Lime Street, blocking the path of the Hope Peakstone freight train. Yeah, so passengers have again defeated the freight. We're almost done here on Thursday the 22nd, no, Thursday the 21st, sorry, because it was the 20th yesterday. But here you go, one of the last two trains of this little session for me today, and hopefully we'll have a bit more for you in this third week diversion. Let's see if we get a toot from the driver. Nope. Okay, never mind. No sooner has the Cleethorpes gone than the sheds appeared. And I think it's a special shed, so I think we're going to have to quickly manoeuvre down to the bottom. So here comes our last train now. I've just run back down to the bottom because I think it's a special shed. On the Hope Peakstone, you can just hear it coming. Yeah, it is. It's a special one. Well, I'm glad I ran down for that rather than up there. Here comes 66. I forgot the number. Ah, there it is. 747. That. And that is our last train for today. See you soon. Got another 195. I assume this is a Sheffield working. It's either a stopper or an express. I've not really looked at the list apart from the freight today. Yeah, as I say, it's been a bit of an iffy day for trains. I've been watching the list all afternoon, and here we have 195 133. A very good afternoon, viewers, and welcome to the next part of this closures compilation, third week, compilation 19 in the Romley series overall. Very sad day, but we all knew this was coming. The end of closures traffic through Romley. So there you can see the Sheffield train just come in. That was a stopper. We have got the Rose Hill on its way up and an express. Rose Hill from this end and the express as well, and the Hope Peakstone for one last time through Romley. As I say, we don't know whether this entirety will be released or if it's just going to come out like, if it's going to come out like Tuesday to Friday rather than the weekend, because tomorrow Stockport reopens its doors and yeah, traffic goes back to sort of normality here. So let's see what we can get, eh? One last day. Let's go. Coming up next, we've a lone 150 on a Rose Hill to Piccadilly working. Like I say, it's not really like we're going to lose a lot of traffic, just more the diversion stuff. I just hope we keep sort of this big influx of 150s that has seemed to have come out over the land the past few weeks. It's been pretty good. So here we have 150. Just going to take a stills. 150. 1, 2, 2. There we go. So coming up now from Sheffield, we've got a Northern Express service. These were suspended. Oh no, these will be suspended following EMR's reinstating their services. This is, yeah, a temporary service, so this is probably one of the last we'll get. And this is 195 115. Coming down now, we have got the Manchester Rose Hill, worked by another 150. I have not seen a 156 yet. I don't know if they've been completely, yeah, I don't know if they're working elsewhere at the moment. But we've got, another 150, as I said. Sorry, I'm really mucking up on the commentary today. I've done rather a lot of commentary lately, so you'll have to excuse me. This is 150. 150. I can't see it. Hang on. 150. 104. Thank you, driver. There we go. Under the bridge. We've come down off the bridge for a moment to get the next shot here by the fence where we were stood for the rail tour. We've got a Cleethorpes train again, same as yesterday. The Cleethorpes takes priority over the Hope Street, Peakstone to Peak Forest Cemex. So that will be through first, then the freight, and then we might stop on for 2 new mills, one down, one up, another Cleethorpes coming up, and then the last express, and then I think that'll do for today. Like I say, I don't know, I can't decide the fate of this compilation till I've had a look at the full list tomorrow and for Sunday, and consulted Paul to get his opinion. He has just emailed me and said we should be finished by Sunday, but I don't know, as this trilogy, if you will, of compilations was pretty much finished this week anyway, so even if it comes out a little shorter than the other two and like just short of a week, it is what it is. So let's keep on spotting just for a bit longer, and then yeah, and then we'll finish up and go back home. Coming up, I think you can just see the lights in between the two signs, is one of the last Cleethorpes trains to come through. Obviously there's more on the list, but this is one of the last ones I'll be filming. Otherwise I'll be here till about midnight tonight trying to get everything, and in that light you can't even see any of this. So here we go, I'll read you the numbers. Of course, as always, head code information is linked down below in the description to be there forever and ever and ever, basically. So here we have 185. Oh, it's a double one. 185 138 and 139. What a combo there. Heading for Cleethorpes from Liverpool, Lime Street. Just like yesterday, no sooner has the Cleethorpes just ducked under the bridge than the Peakstone, as I keep saying Peakstone, it's Peakstone, has been given the right of way. It is of course, as always, a shed. Gbrf don't use anything else on these types of workings. And it's not the same one as yesterday, but I thought a nice low shot would do nice. As the last time, we'll probably see this working here. Anyway, we'll see it at Stockport again, I'm sure. So here it comes. We get 2 off the driver. No, I doubt it. 66 303. There we go. Up now, we've come up on the bridge, but this is very exciting. Such a shame I'm not down at the station for this one, because we have got on the new mills to Manchester 150 124 and 150 150. Flipping heck, you know, such a shame I can't be down at the station for this one, because you could have seen it then, but oh well. The driver a wave. Let's see if we get a 2. No, okay. There you go, and there's 150 150 on the rear. I just looked at it then and I just suddenly realised we got 150 150 in one of the other compilations. We've also seen it at Stockport, so yeah, quite surreal that that was on the back, but there we go. This is the new mills to Manchester's left. We've now got the 150 that's on the Rose Hill. I've already forgot the number, and it has been through once already. Yeah, this has just come back from Rose Hill, Marple, on its way back to Piccadilly. And we've only got 3 trains left now of this little mini sort of spotting session down here. Yeah, it won't be much longer now. I think it's gonna have to, no, I think it's gonna be cleared right through, I think, this one. Yeah, I think so anyway. So let's get it up to here. So it's 150. Forgot. Scatterbrain memory. 104 again. There we go. There we go. We got another wave from the driver. So coming down now, we've got 150, 224 and 144 on its way down from Manchester, bound for New Mills Central. Finished now here at the bridge, and I think this compilation, we're just waiting for Cleethorpes coming up from Cleethorpes, of course, via Sheffield and Romley for the last day really, and then one last Northern Express service down from Manchester. So yeah, I think this compilation, I think it's fallen like a dead duck really, with a mixture of cancellations and then yeah, but no, we've managed to get some good stuff, including the Class 69, both captured on Tuesday by Paul and yesterday by myself. It was cancelled today. Here comes the Cleethorpes train now. I've not looked at the numbers, so the numbers will be in the description. I'm not going back down the hill again to get a low shot. I'd rather stay up here now and get a couple of high shots again. So it is another duo going from Cleethorpes to Liverpool Lime Street. Of course, non-stop through here because there's no need for them to stop here. But next time you see one of these from us, filmed by us, well, by me or whoever else, we got a wave, I think. We didn't get a two. There we go. Yeah, so as I was saying, the next time you're going to see one of them is going to be at Stockport again. Yeah. Right, so coming up now is our very last train of today, the 22nd, and possibly the last train of this compilation. Obviously, if the weekend is in, you know, you'll see an extra bit after this, but no, this is the last Northern Express, 1T15. As I say, we won't see northern trains going this fast through here again, well, non-stop even. You know, we'll see more of them sort of like at York. We saw a couple, I think, race past us. But yeah, so this is a 195 unit, of course. Can't see the number till it gets down here, a bit nearer to me. This is 195 115, bound for Sheffield from Piccadilly, non-stop. I'm just going to pan round with it. So there you go. So if there's more to this compilation, you will see bits over the weekend, but this will be the last part of the video dedicated to closures as Stockport reopens tomorrow. So again, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for following the coverage of diversion work for myself and Paul. And yeah, we'll see you in the next Romley video and in the next video overall. Like, share and subscribe. Thank you.